Good. Okay. More specifically, anybody? Okay, let's go there. Bedding together. All right, so tonight we have a guest speaker. I'm very excited to present to you on our respect and the attention and everything that you always give that Colin and I and any other adult that comes up here to speak. And we're very excited to have him up here. And we believe, in this youth group, that this is your youth group and that you guys can preach the word just as good, if not better than we do. And so if this inspires you tonight, I encourage you to come talk to us because we want this to be your youth group by yourselves. Does that make sense? All right. Without further ado, please give a round of applause and attention to your auditor.
First, so I took notes for y'all. Beautiful. So, today, I'm talking about iron sharpens iron. I don't think that's true. No, water doesn't. Okay. So, what does iron sharpens iron mean, first of all? You've heard it. What does it mean? Jada? Say so everyone can hear you.
It means we lift each other up and hold each other accountable.
So, there's a verse. Now, I'm not exactly sure where the root of it is. Probably should look that up, but pretty confident that it starts where this verse is from. Proverbs 27:17. So, I had it on the notes. It's in CSB because that's what I was writing in. And then I realized maybe I should change it, but we're good. Move on. So if you want to go to Proverbs 27:17, I don't know where that is in y'all's Bibles. So when ready. Oh. This is the same version I have. Anyway, I'll be on a different page, but I'll have the same version.
Okay.
Another Bible? Yeah.
There you go.
Psalms and Ecclesiastes.
Oh, I'm gonna use page. That's fine. Look at me.
Anyone find it?
We get close.
What's the page? Are you using the Bibles that Church has? What's the page? So 514. That's right.
504, you say.
14.
Okay, that's it. We did.
Everyone there? So, who wants to read it? TJ? Okay. Yep, 27, chapter 27, 17, verse 17. So, you kind of get what it means by that, but what does it mean by that? You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, it can go anywhere. So, what I'm getting from it is you build each other up, right? When sharpening a blade, you're making that blade sharp. You're making it be able to be used in whatever it's being used for. Hopefully not anything bad. Maybe just like for good looks, Like I got a cool sword type of deal. It's sharp. You know, nothing else. So when we sharpen ourselves, you can't really do that. You can't sharpen a blade with just the blade. You just got a chunk of iron. What are you going to do with that? Just going to swing it around, hope the wind sharpens it? It's not going to happen, I'm sorry. But when you have two pieces of iron, then you get the sharpening. Like, rub them, like you got the grindstone. I guess it's more of a stone. But you put it on the grindstone, you can visualize what I'm doing. And it sharpens.
Yeah.
Ah. So, my first point within these points, well, my first point, I think I said it, is iron sharpens iron, friends grow friends. So, when you're sharpening your friends, or when your friends are sharpening you, you're growing. And this, sorry, I was just sick, so I got lots of water prepared.
Where'd she go?
Thank you. Very good water. Full.
Oh,
Yes, drink water. All right. So, your friends should help you grow, not just in God. That's very important, but also as a person. So, what does that mean, right?
Doesn't.
Okay, I got you. So, first of all, growing in God, that's obvious. They're keeping you accountable. They're keeping your faith strong. They're making sure, you shouldn't do that. Or you can go for them to advice. Something I love to do. I got some good friends. But as a person, like, sure, you got a godly friend. You got someone that knows the Bible in and out, right? But then they're letting you be bad people, Like you be rude around everyone, but not calling you out. You can go to them for Bible advice. But yeah, do you know what this verse is? Yeah, they know that, but they don't know what to do when someone's yelling at you. It does say that in the Bible, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure you can find something that says that. But you know where I'm getting at. So, kind of leads into my next point as healthy growing as a person. Your friends should build each other up, not break each other down, right? So, you shouldn't hurt your friends, and they shouldn't hurt you. I'm not talking about physical, because that happens. If you're good friends, you'll be fine like that, as far as aggressively beating John or John. But when convicting your friend, when calling your friend out, you shouldn't be really rude about it, right? You should be like, yo, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be like, that's horrible. Stop doing that right now. That's not good. That's like when you yell at your dog, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to, no, that's not good. Stop. Sternly, but not, stop! Not like that. That's going to scare them. And they're not going to like you. And you don't want to do that to your friends, all right? So, you also got to make sure you're not like that to your friends. You got to make sure you're careful with what you say around them. So, my next point. Who are your friends?
Why did you go?
So, if you go either a page or two or three, back to Proverbs 24:1. One and two. You want to read it?
Okay. Be not envious, nor desire to be with them, for their hearts devise spies.
You see where I'm going with that? See where God's going with that. So where we live, there's gang stuff, right? You don't want to get mixed in with that crowd. They're, as it says here, their desire or don't desire to be with them, for their hearts plan violence and their words stir up trouble. We've heard of some of the things that happen. You don't want to be involved in that. That probably won't go well. So, and it's okay. I'm not saying all your friends have to be these hardcore Christians that follow the Bible to every word. I'm not saying that. Yes, if you have those friends, keep them close because they're going to be good friends to you. If they do follow the Bible, they're going to be some of your best friends. But don't be with people that are causing problems in school, that are getting into fights every day just for no reason. Some even with reasons. They're like really stupid reasons. You kind of know they aren't the best person, because that could happen to you. Some stupid, some miscommunication, bang, they might hit you. You don't want to be in that crowd. So your closest friends should be good people, the best people, Your friends, your closest friends should be the people that go to church at least. If you go to church with them, that's good. So, as I say, your friends should be good people. And surround yourself with good people. All your friends should be good people. I really hope that is the case. And it's better to be alone than surrounded by bad people. You always got God. He's always going to be there, even if you don't feel him. So it's better just to have God than have these horrible people around you that do the wrong thing, because they're going to lead you to temptation. They're going to lead you down the wrong path. They're going to distract you. The people you surround yourself with are going to be influencing you, even if you don't notice it. Even if you're like, yeah, I read the Bible every day, I pray every day, but you're still surrounding yourself with those people. That's still going to be in your head just as much as the Bible, if not more. If you're spending more time with them than in the Bible and praying, what's going to have a heavier influence? Kind of touched on this, but you need at least one friend that will be a godly friend. And you, perfect example. Plenty of people here you can go to. Like, I'm completely open. My DMs are open.
What?
Yeah, John.
Y'all can text me anytime. I'll respond. I got my watch on. Most of the time, unless I'm playing the game, I'll be able to respond.
You mean when you're in school?
Ooh.
No.
That's it. I only have one class, okay? That's every other day for mechanics. I'll be able to respond within the time limit.
He does respond quite quick.
Hey, I'm gonna be out of here.
And there's many other people, anyone in this youth group you could talk to about stuff. Doesn't have to be me, doesn't have to be any of the youth leaders. Sometimes you don't feel comfortable talking to the youth leaders because, you gotta look good for them. You gotta be on your best behavior at youth.
No, false.
Well, that's it. You get your, but you can talk to us since we're living the same time as each other. We know what's going on. We're all able to relate better, let's be honest. How long has it been since they've been in school? Sad.
God.
Hold on.
Get that wrong, man.
Shade and just get some sermon.
You can always give someone in you. That's what we're doing. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a godly friend? Think of, you don't have to say it.
John.
Like, someone came to your mind. Someone should have come to your mind. Right? So y'all are pointing. We're calling out names. So, the next point about your godly friends. Do your friends hold you accountable? This, we're leaving Proverbs for now. No, this is the last Proverb. We're going to Matthew 18:15. Matthew chapter 18, verse 15 and 16.
It's page 773.
Yeah, I know. I'm good. What?
Thumbs up on you there. All right, the one's 3.
My fingertips.
Patience. And patience, but yeah.
Yeah, chapter 18, verse 16. No, verse 15 and 16.
Yay.
Difference.
If your brother is against you, go and tell his fault between you and him alone. If he listens to you, you have gained your brother. But if he does not listen, take one and along with you, that every soul may be established by the evidence of 2 or 3 witnesses.
All right, so we're talking about 15, 16. Right.
You're right. There you
Let
go.
me make sure I put 16 in the notes.
Take your time, man.
Ah.
Take your time. Get out.
Perfect. Chat.
Chat.
Got it. Well, I put 15 in the notes because if your brother sins against you, go tell him his fault. Between you and him alone, if he listens to you, you've won a good brother, right? So that says exactly what you need to do. But it doesn't just mean this, it says it other times in the Bible. But this doesn't just mean when they do something against you. But we'll get to that next. So, first, when they sin against you, that can be just if they're being rude to you, they don't notice. They say something out of line, that was wrong, Like sometimes someone will say something and you'll be like, yeah, that was wrong, man. You'll say it under your breath or something. It's definitely happened to all of us. It's happened to me quite a few times. So you can't just keep that down, You got to talk to them. You got to be like, man, I know you didn't notice, but what you said, that wasn't right. What you did, that wasn't right. You don't just do that if it's towards you. You do that if it's towards anyone or if it's towards God. That's what a sin is. Sin, something going against God, going away from what God wants for you. That covers what sin is. So you got to call out your friends, right? But if your friends call out you, they convict you, that's a good friend. So Tristan, he came over, he's not up there. He came over for the rally. He's repeatedly, one time I wasn't feeling the best and I was like, I don't know if I want to go to church tomorrow. Kind of yelled at me, was like, bro, you need to go to church. You better go. That's an example of keeping each other accountable.
Be careful.
It's a good thing.
Very good thing.
Love it.
You bring it back. You come back. See him at the door.
I'm sorry.
I'll get this.
But having friends like that, now make sure you go to church or go to youth or call you out when you're doing something wrong. If you're sinning and they call you out, because let's be honest, there's a lot of different ways that you can sin, and you don't notice all of them. Some of them are just things we do, and you don't even notice just by what you say to people. There's so much that there is. So having that friend that will tell you, yeah, that's wrong, and you don't even know that it was wrong, that's good, because now you know. Now you know, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing that. Blah, blah, blah. I shouldn't have said that. So that's a good friend, and that's the friends you need. And you need them close. Another example is my friend Elijah. So I'm good chance of going to Emmanuel, right? And I was talking to him about if I should go worship as my major, because they don't have minors, just majors. So you can't have, I can't go down youth ministries, like what I'm most likely going to do, and have worship, know how to worship properly. Like, if I join a club, but I'll get the major, I'm not official. So I was talking to him about that, what he thinks. First thing he said is told me to pray. Before anything else, he was like, yeah, just pray. That's what your friends need to do. That's what you need to do for your friends. Praying is a big thing. You gotta make sure you do it and your friends do it. And so if they make sure you do it for anything, that's a good friend. So, another thing a godly friend should do. A godly friend is going to push you past your self-imposed limits. So, what does that mean, right? Self-imposed limits. Why do I say that and not just limits? Because your limits are only put on you by yourself. God doesn't have any limits for you. All things are possible through God who gives you strength. So that means all the limits we say we have, oh, I can't do that, that's on yourself. You can do it through God. So those friends who remind you that, and if you remind your friends, better. It's good, right? So your friend's telling you, you can do that. Trust me. You can do that. You can get past this. You can get over this. Those are good friends, right? You need friends like that. Oh, my final point. Are you the sharpener friend? Oh, that was a great name. So, kind of touch this in all of the points. Are you the friend that helps your other friends grow? Now, it's okay if you're not, right? We all aren't at the same level. You could have friends that have a whole other level of knowledge and faith in you. You can still grow there, and it's good to have them. There's this saying, don't be the smartest person in the room, right? You shouldn't be the smartest because then you can't grow. So having friends that are smarter than you or wiser than you is good because they can always build you back up. So, yeah, leaders. So, we go to Romans. Oh, that's my thing. Romans chapter 15, verse 2. You ready?
$92. 892. 892.
892.
Yep. 892. Yep.
Which are you want to read it?
Sorry. It's 15 and 16, right?
chapter 15, verse 2.
Let each of us please his neighbor for his good, to build him up.
We should help, or so NOT, it says, we should help others do what is right and build them up in the Lord. Now it's different. So your versions, of course, are going to be different translations, of course. But I liked this version. That's why I put it on the notes. So I was checking it and I was like, oh yeah, that's perfect. So it's obvious what it means. We need to build our friends up in the Lord. So as I said all throughout, what your friends should do, what the best friends you have, what they should do, you should do the same. Even if they don't do that. So I have a long point, so I'm not going to read that. I'm just going to yap. I'm going to talk more, but actually I will read it. So what I wrote, you need to reciprocate and help your friends grow in God and as people, and be that good friend even if they don't do the same. So what I mean there is help your friends. You know, they need help with that math assignment. Help them out. If you're good at math, you know, if they're better than you at math, maybe no. But you know, you can always chat GPT it. You know, put it in the equation. Here's how I do that. Oh, you're so smart. This is how I chat GPT. Hopefully, I'll copy and paste it. Yeah. But you can't chat GPT God, right? Chat GPT is not real. Don't think of him. Don't go to advice to chat GPT. Let's be honest. If you're going anywhere, go to the Bible and go to your youth leaders or each other, youth members. So, if they don't do the same, you ain't got to match energies with your friends. Let's be honest. If we always were matching energies with our friends, we wouldn't have that many friends. That's something I did for years. I just met my friend and then they'd leave. Right? You know, because they were doing nothing. Because you got to be better, you know? You got to strive to be the best friend. Sorry. So, now it's better if they do the same, of course, but don't expect them to. You know, you'll always end up finding that friend that will be able to help you. You may not think of them as friends, but there's that person you can go to for advice. Go to them. Don't hesitate, because, you know, there's going to be people that may not want to give you advice. You ain't got to go to them. There's other people. As I said, youth leaders, youth members. You can always go to them. So, yeah. I made some questions for y'all. Lots of papers. So, the first question. Who are you surrounded with now? And this isn't just one friend, it's all your friends. Do you have those friends that are going to break you down, that aren't going to help you, aren't going to be good? Now, you ain't got to say it out loud, but if you want to, think about it. Just picture the good friends, picture the bad friends. You don't have to be the one that saves them. That's Jesus, right? And well, Pastor Christian talked about this. You have to be at a level, and then you can help others. You have to have the Holy Spirit, as he was talking about it, but you have to know what to do in your own life before helping what other people do in their life. So if you got those bad friends, you know, that aren't good for you, you don't got to stay with them. It's okay. It's okay to let go of friends if they're not building you up. If they're only breaking you down, you can let go of them. Pray for them. Even if you do let go of them, you can still pray for them. Even years after. Anyone, what do y'all say? Y'all got friends that maybe you shouldn't be friends with that aren't good for you? It's okay to be honest. You can say no, you can say yeah.
Yeah.
I know I do. Then again, last year, don't do what I do. I slept all year last year. I somehow passed up. Like straight A's. No, don't do what I do. I'm a horrible example for school. I didn't, I didn't have time to socialize. I was asleep, so I don't have that many friends to be honest, But I got some. So, going nice.
Yeah. I said I'd rather have a small group of good friends than a big group of bad friends.
Exactly. So,
Really?
are the friends you're surrounded with now going to grow your relationship with God? Doesn't have to be all your friends, but are there friends in your life that will grow your relationship with God? Will they help you when you're down? At your lowest point, are they going to stay with you? It's okay if some friends don't. Let's be honest, not all our friends are going to be godly. That's a given. You're going to have friends that don't know Christ like you do. You can bring them there. You can just be yourself, show the love of Jesus that you have. We go here every week. I promise everyone in this room has the love of Jesus and can show it. Just be kind. Just be like Jesus. Paul says, be like me as I try to be like Jesus. Try to be like Jesus. Try to be like Paul. And try to be like Jesus. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to be like another person. But good thing, Jesus was not any person. He was God. So, kind of breaks all the rules that we have set for our earthly. He broke every single rule. He broke physics.
He wrote physics like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So we're gonna go into small groups for these questions. So last 2 questions, I'm gonna be quick so we can go into small groups. Are the people you are with now distracting you from God? Be honest with yourself. Are they you want to come to this party? Like I had a guy say in my class, you look like a party guy. I was offended. Offended. I was like, what? And I said it like that. Voice crack and all. I was like, what? My friends started laughing. I was distraught. I was so lost. I got to work on that since clearly he thinks I'm a party guy. Never been to a party. And I don't want to go to one. So,
Scott.
exactly. Amen. We're the one at first. Do you have people that are willing to help you grow with God, and do you talk to them enough? You may have those people who may be like, oh yeah, if I need to. If I'm really low, I can go to them. You don't have to be really low to go to them. You can be, I messed up today. I've been struggling recently. You don't have to be in that like horrible state where you don't know what to do and then go to them. You can go to them before that happens, like way before. It doesn't happen in a day. Well, it can, but it doesn't always. And when it does happen, yes, you need to go to them. You need to go youth leader. I'm completely willing. If you text me like, yo, what do I do? I will answer. And if I don't know, I have people I can go to. And I can get you the answer. They can get you the answer. I guarantee it. All right. Let's go into small groups and talk about these.
I think we should all do that.
Yeah.
All right, let's crisscross applesauce on the stage.